Why do highly intelligent people with six-figure salaries often end up living paycheck to paycheck? It defies logic. It defies basic math. The truth is, building wealth has almost nothing to do with how much money you make, and everything to do with a silent psychological trap operating in the background of your mind. Society has conditioned us to focus on income while completely ignoring behavior. There are 5 financial habits that feel completely normal, even responsible, but they are secretly keeping you broke, and until you see them, you cannot break them. The first habit is lifestyle creep. You finally get that long-awaited promotion. You feel successful, and almost immediately your reliable old car feels embarrassing. Your cozy apartment suddenly feels too small. This is what psychologists call the illusion of more. You upgrade your life to match your new income, instantly resetting your baseline happiness right back to zero. You feel richer in your daily life, but your net worth remains completely stagnant. You are running on a faster treadmill, but you are still going absolutely nowhere.
Why does the brain do this? It comes down to a powerful concept known as the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much you acquire, your brain rapidly adapts to the new normal. Consider the year 1720. Sir Isaac Newton, arguably one of the smartest human beings to ever live, invested in the South Sea Company. He saw the irrational bubble forming, took his handsome profits, and got out. But as the stock continued to skyrocket, watching his peers get richer triggered a profound psychological pain. The fear of missing out completely overrode his legendary logic. He put every penny he had back into the market. When the bubble inevitably burst, Newton lost the modern equivalent of millions of dollars. If sheer genius cannot protect you from financial psychology, neither can your budgeting app. Your brain releases dopamine not when you save, but when you acquire a new status symbol. Newton fell for the illusion, and millions of us fall for it every single day. The second habit is using debt to maintain an illusion of wealth. We use high-interest credit cards to buy designer clothes and expensive dinners to signal success to people who don't actually care about us. We trade our future freedom for temporary validation. The third habit is avoiding the emergency fund. We tell ourselves we will start saving next month when we make a little more money. But our primitive brain views saving money as a literal loss of pleasure today. We biologically prioritize the comfort of our present self over the security of our future self, leaving us completely exposed to life's unpredictable shocks. The fourth habit is emotional investing. During a bull market driven by greed and endless social media hype, we pour money into risky assets at their peak. Then, when the inevitable market correction happens, panic sets in. We sell at the bottom, locking in permanent losses. This is exactly what happened to millions of investors during the 2008 financial crisis and the dot-com crash. You are not investing based on strategy. You are reacting based on fear. And the fifth habit is the sunk cost fallacy. This is when you hold on to a losing stock, a bad real estate investment, or a failing business simply because you have already invested time or money into it. It is the financial equivalent of sitting through a terrible movie just because you bought the ticket. You let pride and the fear of admitting failure dictate your financial future, bleeding your portfolio dry. So, how do you break this invisible cycle? You stop trying to outsmart your psychology and start designing your life around it. You must automate your wealth. Have your savings and investments transferred out of your checking account the exact day you get paid, before your emotional brain even knows the money is there. You must introduce friction into your spending. Delete your saved credit card information from your browser. If you want to buy something non-essential, force a strict 72-hour waiting period.
You must also audit your environment. If you are surrounded by people who measure their worth by what they buy, you will unconsciously mirror their destructive habits. Most importantly, you must decouple your identity from your possessions. A luxury car does not make you wealthy, it makes the car company wealthy. True wealth is silent. It is the money you own that earns for you while you sleep. When you strip away the ego and the illusions, money is nothing more than stored energy and time. By recognizing these 5 hidden habits, you take the power back. You step off the hedonic treadmill. You stop being a pawn in the economy's psychological game, and you finally become its master. Your future self is counting on you to make that shift today.